Shabbat candles. I have this. Where's your what?
No, my feature thing about the blah blah blah.
Can I see the blah blah blah?
No, the blah 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 is too complicated. Blah blah blah. Complicated. Malin.
All right, I'm going to put them all in a pile over here. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אהללה, אהללה. אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי, אהללה, אהללה. אז אמרה לאלוהי בעודי. I'll sing to you, all praise to you, O source of all creation. We call your name, we sing your praise, O Holy One of blessing. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Az amra lelohai beodi, az amra lelohai beodi, ahallah, ahallah. Az amra lelohai beodi.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Temple Israel. I'm Rabbi Michael Wolk, here with my colleague, Cantor Shira Lissick. We're excited to welcome in Shabbat, to celebrate Shabbat together with all of you here in our sanctuary and with everyone joining us over StreamSpot. Wherever you are, we're glad that you are joining with us. This is an extra special Shabbat service as we're happy to begin the celebration of the bat mitzvah of Sarah Korchinsky, the daughter of Andy Korchinsky and Rachel Seymour, and Mazel Tov to Sarah and her family who are here with us today. We also are thrilled to welcome members of our Kita Zayin class in TIRS sitting right in front of me in the front row. Hi, guys. That's an interesting wave you've got there. They'll be leading portions of the Mariv of the evening service, so we're thrilled to have all of you with us. We begin our time together with the lighting of Shabbat candles, welcoming in this sacred time. I'd like to invite Sarah and her family to join us on the bima. Sarah, with her parents and her brother Leo, will lead us in the candle lighting. Please rise.
Push this with your thumb and push with your thumb first. And then there. Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. May be seated. Sarah, you stay with us. Sarah's going to lead us in Kabbalat Shabbat, the songs and the psalms that we welcome in the day of rest with. We turn our Sidor Lev Shalem, to page 11. Let us go and sing to Adonai. Let us trumpet praise to our protector. Filled with thanks, let us greet God as we raise our voices in song. Page 11, Lechuna Ranana.
Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, Adonai. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, Adonai. Naria, naria, l'sori, sheni mafana betoda. Naria, naria, l'sori, sheni bizmi rotno, rotnorielo. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai. Lechune ranina, lechune ranina, lechune ranina, l'Adonai.
The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea and its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grows in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise as Adonai comes. Page 14, the middle of the page is the red arrow, Yismechu Hashamayim.
Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Umalo, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Yiram Hayam, Umalo, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, B'tagel haaretz.
We continue on page 20, the final 3 lines of the page, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shachavu l'char kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shachavu l'char kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shachavu l'har kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'shachavu l'har kodsho.
Turn to page 23. We welcome in the Shabbat Kala, the Shabbat bride, as Sarah leads us in Lecha Dodi.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Shamor v'tzahor b'dibru echad, hi mi'anu el hameuhad, Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, ol shem ol tiferet tiliti la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Likrat Shabbat velhu v'nelcha. Hi makor ha'bracha mi rosh mikedem nesucha. Sof ma'aseh b'mahashabati la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabala. Bo'i v'shalom.
Please rise.
Gam b'siha u'v'tzola, tok emuna am segula, bo'ikola la 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 lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Penei Shabbat nekabala.
Yasher kochech to Sarah for leading us off in Kabbalat Shabbat. You may be seated. Good job, Sarah. We turn to page 27 in the Sidurim, song for the day of Shabbat, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
Sing with me, lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. 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 Mizmor shir. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat. לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר, בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עזור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת. טוב להודות לאדוני, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. צדיק כתמר יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחון. עוד ינבו מצבא, דשנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי אשר אדוני, צורי ולא הבלטה בו.
Page 29.
אדוני מלאכי ולבש, לבש, אדוני עושי תזר, אף תיקון תבל בר תימות. קולות מים רבים, אדירים משברי ים, אדיר במרום אדוני, עדותיך נמנו מלביתך נאווה קודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
I invite everyone to please rise. Each Shabbat, as we welcome in the day of rest, we bless our children, we bless our families, we bless everyone we care about with the words of Birkat Kohanim, the ancient priestly blessing. If you're standing next to someone you care about, feel free to put your arms over their shoulders. If you're far away from the people you care about, then you reach out with them in your hearts. We join with Cantor Lissick the words of the priestly blessing.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך. We join together. כן יהי רצון.
May Adonai bless you and guard you.
יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך.
May Adonai's countenance shine upon you, and may Adonai bestow kindness on you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon yasim lecha shalom. Ken yehi ratzon.
May Adonai's countenance be lifted toward you, and may Adonai grant you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. May this all be God's will. May be seated. We now turn to our prayers for healing, and we think of the people in our lives in need of physical and spiritual well-being. Included in our prayers tonight, we think of Rav Yaakov Chai ben Hadassah, Shimon ben Yaakov Mordechai ben Naomi, Devorah bat Sarah, Herschel Yehoshua ben Malka, Perel bat Rezel, Dov ben Ita, Shmuel Yaakov ben Kalya Ari, Devorah Rachel, Malka bat Sarah, Leib Yisrael ben Sipora, Aliza Meira bat Leah, Tivya bat Chana, Sarah bat Chaya, Chanoch Yitzchak ben Sarah, Sarah bat Shendel, Binyamin Noah, Raphael ben Perel, Chaim Yitzchak ben Gittel Fagel, Leah bat Ruth, Dawson Julia, Elijah Avila, Jordana Faith Ram, Mabel Tannenbaum, Kathy Berlin, Philip LaMancha, Irene Janet Locker, Linda Castellanos, Thomas Clark, David Shmuel ben Chaim Beryl, Marcia Bracha Batoba, Joanne Cameron, Linda Bain Clark, Shirley Noble, Hannah Shifra bat Moshe Bluma, Ruben ben Shmuel, Carol Spiesman, Avram David ben Liba, Shmuel Hirsch ben Liba, Robert Isser, and Sivya bat Basha. If you're praying for someone today, I invite you to please rise in your place and to recite the name of the people you're praying for. And I look in your direction. Ve'et kol hacholim, and all those who are ill. Cantor Lissick chants the prayer for healing.
El narifanala, el narifanalo, Mishe birach avoteinu, el narifanala, el narifanalo. Shebirach imotenu, grant us refuah shlema, grant us refuah shlema, may the source of healing renew our bodies, renew our spirit, and let us say Amen.
We turn to page 30 in the Sidurim. I invite those in mourning or marking a yortzeit this Shabbat to please rise and join me in the words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei, v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchayei techol beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen, yehi shemei Rabbah mevorach leolam ulamei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha brihu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran b'alma v'yimru amen yehi shlama rabba min shemaya V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May be seated. I'm happy to call on my colleague, Rabbi Helene Kornsgold.
And there's a beautiful story about why Noah chose the dove that I want to share with you tonight. When the people sinned and God decided he was going to destroy the world by sending a flood, all the animals ran beside Noah. Noah was a righteous man, Ish Tzaddik, and God told him how to save himself and his family, and that was by building an ark. And rumors spread amongst the animal kingdom that Noah was going to save them as well, but only the best of them would be chosen. So the animals began to argue with one another, each of them boasting about their own virtues and at the same time belittling the merits of the others. The lion roared, "I am the strongest in the kingdom, and therefore I must be saved." The elephant said, "I am the largest. I have the largest feet, the largest ears. I should be saved." The donkey said, "I'm the cleverest of the animals. I should be saved." The skunk said, I smell the best. My smell is famous. I should be saved. The cat, the monkey, the bee, the cow, everybody chimed in. This went on and on for hours. Each animal was very adamant that his or her attributes were the best and they should be saved amongst all others. And they also made sure to tell you why the other qualities of the other animals were not as good. During this whole time, Noah noticed that the dove was sitting by itself, silently perched on a branch. Noah went over to the dove and said, Why are you so silent? Don't you have anything to boast about? The dove replied, I don't think that I'm smarter, wiser, more attractive than any of the other animals. Each one of us has special gifts the others don't have, given to us by God, who created us all. Noah agreed and said, There's no reason to argue amongst everyone, because God has told me to save creatures of all types. Before Noah opened the ark to check if the rain had stopped and how the land was, he looked at everyone. He said, I love you all, but I'm choosing the dove to send out. The dove remained silent and modest while all of you were bragging about all of your wonderful qualities. So I'm choosing the dove as my messenger. And to this day, that dove, all doves, live happily without fighting, and the doves are known as the birds of peace. So students in Kita Zion, why am I telling you this story? You have all been in class with each other for many years. You are a small, tight-knit group, very supportive of one another. I know each of you has very unique qualities that you bring together. You do your best to support each other, to uplift each other, and not to outdo one another. And it has really been a joy and pleasure of mine over the years to watch you all grow and mature into the young adults that you are. And I'm so happy that we are celebrating tonight. And I leave you with these words from this week's Parsha. And I say to you, Lech Lecha, go out, go forth, enjoy your year in Kita Zion, and then go spread your wings and share your wonderful qualities with the rest of the world. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I call on our youth director, Alan Jonathan, and the members of the Kita Zion class to come on up and join us on the bima.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This year, Kita Zion, our students, have probably the most amount of energy that I've been blessed to deal with in a classroom. There may be a small amount of them, but trust me, if you spend more than 5 minutes in a classroom, it's like 25 in the greatest way possible. For what we cover during class is anti-Semitism, genocide, and also the Holocaust. It may seem, and it is, a negative aspect of our lives as Jews, but we look more at the resilience that we have as a people, how even in face of all this, the fact that we still continue moving forward and we still continue being Jews to this day. They chose a series of quotes that they originally had around 20, and they narrowed it down to represent each prayer. And they're all basically points of resilience in Jewish history from various different sources. So I'd like to welcome Keith Zion to the bima, and you guys are going to do fantastic. I believe in each and every last one of you.
Hello. For Barhu, for all of the blessings that we are going to say tonight, we have picked quotes. And my quote for Barhu is, above all, remember that the meaning of life is to build a life as if it were a work of art. You're not a machine, and you are young. Start working on this great work of art called your own existence. And I think that means I think that involves Barhu because it's about building a life, and that's kind of what the purpose of living is.
Page 39, please rise.
Ya la 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 la, 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 Am I awake? Am I prepared? Let's bow. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. Le'olam va'ed. Yalalai lai lai, 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 yalalai lai lai.
You may be seated. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons, and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness, and darkness from before the light.
ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המריב הרבי.
Amen. Page 40.
סולם בית ישראל, אהבת תורה מצוות ומשפט. כי הם חיינו ויורך ימינו והם נגע יומם בלילה ובטחת אסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
So I chose the Shema, and the quote I chose for the Shema was, I don't speak because I have the power to speak. I speak because I don't have the power to remain silent. I chose this quote because it's pretty much talking about speaking to yourself and being able to speak.
I chose Wea Hafta, and the quote that I chose was, in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation consisting of confusion, misery, and death. I see the world gradually being turned into a wilderness. I hear the ever-approaching thunder, which will destroy us too. I can feel the sufferings of millions, and yet, if I look up into the heavens, I think that it will all come right, that this cruelty too will end, and that peace and tranquility will return again. And
Guys, get close to the microphones because we're having trouble hearing it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levacha ubechol nafshecha ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוקתך ובקומך, ושרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו שותפות בעיניך, ובטחתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
Page 42. ספתגנך. ויאמר משה מדבר על בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי ביתם לציצית הכנף של שבת ולכם לציצית.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Then Moses, Miriam, and the people Israel joyfully sang this song to you, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai.
מי כמוך נהדר, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא, נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע הים לפני משה. זה אלי, זה אלי, זה אלי, אנו ירו. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך פעילים אדוני, מי כמוך פעילים, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. Very good. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאלי ישראל.
We turn to page 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Blessed are you who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Page 45, Hashkivenu.
השכיבנו, השכיבנו, אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום. השכיבנו, אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום. והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, חיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכות שלומך, שלומך. When I lay down at night, when I rest my head, oh God, watch over me. And when the morning comes, we thank Adonai and pray for peace. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu lishalom, ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu lishalom, ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Ushmor tzitenu vohinu lechaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam, ufros alinu sukat shalom mecha baruch ata Adonai הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו וכל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
Amen. Page 46, please rise for Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, ולעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ועמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב.
אמרו
אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה
דמירן בימה וימרו.
Amen. We spend the next few moments in silent prayer, the words of the Amidah, beginning on page 47. When you've completed the Amidah, you may be seated.
Earlier when we sang Mi Chamocha, I thought of the quote, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth gives way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. I thought of this quote because it talks about how amazing God is, and that's what the prayer Mi Chamocha is all about.
Trust yourself, create the kind of self that you want to be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning tiny inner sparks of possibilities into flames of achievement. By Yodel Amir. I chose this quote because I think it shows the real theme of inner peace and shows how being who you want to be can help you in life.
Shalom Roma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Use Shalom Roma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Use Shalom Roma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Israel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Israel. Mimroma, Hu Yaseh Shalom. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Ose Shalom Bimroma, Uyase Shalom Aleinu. Yase Shalom, Yase Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. Yaakov Israel. Yase Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Israel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Israel. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Yaakov Israel.
Big Yasher Koach to the members of the Zion class. We continue on page 54 with Kaddish Shalem.
Yikaravi Kadashimi Rabba. Be'amadi brachiru tevim nichmachotei b'chaychonu v'imachonu b'chaytcho b'eit Yisrael. B'galav izman karivim ru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach. Le'alam ol mehamaya. Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishabach v'yibar v'yitramam v'yinasei v'yitazar v'yitzal v'yitzal shmei rekut shabrichu. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata t'shuchata v'nachamata damiran me'ama v'imeru amen. Tikabot soton uvaton tuchei Yisrael kodam avuhoni v'yishmai v'yimru amen. Yehi shomar Rabba min shmai v'chaim elinu v'kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom v'yimroma v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen.
Amen. Turn to page 55, and I call on our bat mitzvah, Sarah Korchinsky, who will lead us in the Kiddush. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshad b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'hava u'v'ratzon hinalta lanu. Zikaron l'malaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom tehila l'maikrei kodesh. Zecher Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'harta. V'yatanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat koshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh hashabbat.
L'chaim.
You can drink it. L'chaim.
Yasher kochech to Sarah. We continue on page 56 with Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצון, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצר הארץ, ומשב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגדי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו עינון, אמן מלכינו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום מהשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת עינון. הכתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו May be seated. We turn to page 58. This Shabbat, we mark the yortzites of Albert Jacobson, Vivian Axelband, Evelyn Rosen, Celia Sklut, Joseph Lasac, Eileen Kennedy, Morton Friedman, Albert Russo, Abram Bergen, Jenny Edwards Bloom, Helen Weil, Simon Estroff, Beatrice Lavitt, Francis Rosen, Jack Newman, Dr. Maurice Rosenkrantz, Irving Bernstein, Sheila Weiser, Natalie Roach, Joseph Pinchuk, Stephen Kent Steinberger, Mickey Schulman, Cynthia Abrams, Nancy Mizell, Etta Greenspan, Solomon Jimmy Cohen, Sanford Goldfarb, Harry Tannenbaum, Maurice Swimmer, Harry Katzen, Joseph Friedman, and Abraham Rusko. We also extend condolences to Dana Goldfarb for the passing of his mother, Donna Goldfarb, and to the Swimmer family for the passing of Marilyn Swimmer this past week. Page 58, I invite those in mourning or marking a yortzeit to rise and join me in the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divera kirutei, v'yamlich malchutei,
V'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye techol beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabba mevorach leolam olamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal Shemei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechemata damiran bi'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min Shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru Amen. May be seated. I'm happy to call on our president, Teresa Brenner.
Thank you, Rabbi. Shabbat Shalom, Temple Israel family. Mazel Tov to Sarah Korchinsky and her parents, Rachel Seymour and Andy Korchinsky, and your brother and your family and friends. You did a great job this evening. We look so forward to celebrating your bat mitzvah tomorrow evening at 5:30 p.m. Evening services tomorrow at 5:30 will be both in person and on live stream. Morning services will begin at 9:30 a.m. and junior congregation is Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Please also tomorrow 10:30. Thank you. Sorry. Please also plan on joining us next week to celebrate Amalia Bordelai's bat mitzvah on Saturday, October 23rd. Please join her and her parents Shira and CJ Bordelai for her simcha. Mazel tov to the Kidda Zion class. You all did outstanding this evening. I enjoyed hearing your prayers. Mazel tov to Rabbi Helene Kornsgold on your very great remarks this evening. It was very applicable to us adults as well as the children. And mazel tov to Alan Jonathan and A.J. Heppelworth and Madraha Ileana Spector. Thank you also to Rabbi Walk and Cantor Lissig for leading us in services, Adam Ward for your piano accompaniment, Sean Seifert for his audiovisual support. A reminder that daily evening minyan during the week now takes place at a new time, 7 p.m., currently exclusively via Zoom. We also have several lifelong, exciting learning opportunities. Rabbi Walk's Jews and Brews will be held this Thursday at 10 a.m. Temple Israel Youth Kadima will meet in the lounge this Sunday at 12:15 p.m. And Social Action, led by Jonathan and Tess Berger, will be collecting new winter coats for our neighbors at Roof Above, formerly the men's shelter, along with warm meals in November and December. But please drop off your new winter coats in the lobby through November 21st. The goal is to collect 300 new winter coats for men. Please see your weekly Shabbat announcements, weekly email blast on our website for all our upcoming religious services, educational opportunities, and events. We offer many opportunities for learning, community, friendship, and tzedakah. Please join us. Shabbat Shalom and Mazel Tov again to Sarah and her family and to Kidda Zion. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Teresa, and Yasher Koach to our many participants in Kabbalat Shabbat tonight. We conclude with Shalom Aleichem. We turn back to page 5, for which the Kita Zayin class is invited out to the courtyard, the Rabbi Mari Ezrin courtyard, for the Motzi and a Shabbat treat. Page 5, Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Asharet, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ay, 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 Boachem Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Nina Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu, Nina Shalom, Malachi HaShalom, Malachi Elyon, Mimelech, Malachi HaMelachim.
mistletoe.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.